I am going to explain you how to write great copy and what you can do to rapidly advance your copywriting. Um, and it's actually not that hard as many people think. You don't need to read all of those classics. Try to just watch your own writing and you will improve. Just push out lots of content and you will naturally improve. Otherwise, yes, you should also be reading a lot of books because you're just enhancing the wording, your knowledge, and the perception of people. You just understand and have this back thought of okay. This sentence is rather written this way than another way. So this really involves a lot of reading just, but otherwise, if you have these basics and want to write great copy, first of all, you need to understand the topic you're writing about. If I'm writing for something new, I am personally really focused on health and wellness or health and beauty brands or a health and beauty section. But otherwise, if you trying to make something new where there is already content available, so not just like a marketing gimmick of, I don't know, just a pen or I don't know, like a stone. There was, I'm thinking about the stone because there was this stone pet, and you don't need to have that much knowledge for that. You just need to have creativity to come up. The pet stone was back, I don't know when, but it's still a great product. Somebody just invented the best pet ever, and it's just a stone, and it has a great packaging and whatever. But this is just poorly marketing and purely creativity. Less on the copywriting side. Yes, you just put it in connection with pets. So actually you need to understand, okay, what are the desires or what are the problems of having a real pet, having a cat, having a dog. So you would need to educate yourself of these things. But otherwise, if you already have this knowledge for that, or you're coming up yourself with a product like this, you probably already understand, okay, what are the problems? How can I talk to somebody so I get their interest in it? So yeah, product knowledge, product knowledge. And here is the question, how do you actually get product knowledge? Isn't this actually fucking hard? Yes, it's hard. You have Reddit and Quora. You have Instagram, like social media, primarily social media. Also look in the comment section of these social media plus comments. Everything is primarily video driven, but you also need to understand, okay, what's behind this video actually, and these are then the comments and just the thoughts. And also oftentimes if you're in the community and you're talking with people and you just see, okay, this is funny actually to talk about, or something, new concepts you come up, just mention them. Nothing, copywriting doesn't need to make sense. It needs to be entertaining, it needs to be attention capturing. What other ways do you have to research? Reading books, for example. So this is really the heavy part, because if you think about it, yes, I can come up with an advertorial for plantar fasciitis in little time, but if I need to write for a new topic on a high level, we really need to think about it, that doctors, for example, are educating themselves for 6 years in med school to understand the topic. And it's not like you can just pick out, yes, you can pick out one certain topic But if you don't have the basic knowledge, I don't know, to understand biology, for example, then it will be really hard to understand it. And also communicate with the audience that is interested in it. It's not like you're talking to, I don't know, to no names, because you're actually talking to somebody that already has a base knowledge. So yeah, watch YouTube videos, just look at what you are already consuming, and try to double down. There are also, with time, you will just discover new ways on gaining this knowledge. Embrace it. That's your gift or your competitive advantage, having these resources. For example, I like to use the Facebook ad library also for my research, or competitive ad libraries, or ad library, ad spice. This is, for example, something I use myself. Otherwise, what do you need for great copy? You really need to write simple. You really need to communicate one sentence, one thought. Use shorter words rather than longer words. And write as you speak. So after you have written your copy, leave it, put it to your side, and maybe take a walk, or just focus your mind on something else. And then the creativity starts to apply. You also forget some things where you were in the trenches just writing. Then you just have a fresh mind, and then you can read it newly and see, okay, which sounds a little bit off. So really, there is a big advantage, okay, that you can write some crazy shit, pop it into ChatGPT, and it will give you a much more enhanced version. But this is still just a way or a step further to really great copy. Really great copy just can be written from topic veterans, actually. So somebody that is really deep into it. So for example, I was doing Taekwondo for quite a good time, and it's really hard for somebody that hasn't gone through what I went through in those courses, lessons, what are the hardships, the emotional involvement. If you haven't gone through it, it's hard to communicate. Otherwise, if you have engaged with a topic for a long time already, everybody can be a copywriter. Just watch out that you're communicating simply. Use active words and verbs. Use descriptive words. So actually, this is more on the sentence structure. That, yeah, just the style on how you're writing. Look up, let yourself inspire by things that are already here. Look up old advertisements. There are tons of libraries that you can easily look up. I won't, I'm right now not consulting these websites that often, but if I would need to come up with a crazy campaign that is costing me, I don't know, or where I have a budget of 50,000 euros, I would invest a lot of time into research. And yeah, just first of all, see what's already here, what already took people in, what was successful. Yeah, this is also, again, education, just to see, okay, and if you see something is working quite well, write it down and start brainstorming. You can just, I don't know, if you know this, I was doing this in school a lot of time, write one word into the middle, I don't know, let's say pants, and I see my pants there, and then just try to connect it however you desire, and make a knowledge graph out of it. And yeah, this is also just primarily about better understanding a topic, on who the customer is, what their thoughts are, just to get into their mood. And yeah, actually, that's all to it, to writing great copy. You can then also try to understand, okay, we always start with a first sentence. So if I'm writing something, I am first beginning with the first words. I'm not like jumping into the middle of a books page. Yes, sometimes this is true. I'm just jumping into the middle of a books page. But these are mainly about the first words again there. So the first words need to really be interesting again. So if somebody just jumps into the next paragraph without reading the first one, this also should somehow just capture the attention. And this is really a high level work. So it's not like done in a second. You really need to sit down hours on without end, rehearsing, improving, and then eventually come up with a great result. And probably your first version will be shit. I'm sorry to tell you, but the first version will be shit. Your first book will be shit. What's more important is that you find customers that are paying for you, or find the customers that are paying for the level where you are at, or topics you already understand, where you grew up. Because also, if you grew up in some circumstance, you were always consuming products. Look around the products you have, somehow get in touch with these people, because you already have a great testimonial you can just write about, and then improve from there. What else to say? Shorter sentences. Yeah, also with these first words, just try to always think about the hierarchy. If somebody reads a title, I don't know, 18-year-old girl purchased, I don't know what, whatever. Then think about what the prospect or your reader is going to think about in the next sentence, and the next one, and the next one. And avoid being like everybody else. If there is a wording that everybody already knows, I don't know, what's there, for example, I don't know, just maybe you can come up with something yourself, just a simple wording that everybody uses, that's actually so overused it's already boring. Then don't use it yourself. This isn't creative copywriting. Yes, you can use that and change it a little bit, so it's again interesting, but otherwise, leave it. Come up with something interesting. And yeah, step for step, you're going to get better with this process. And I hope you liked this video. If you have questions, write them below. Subscribe, like, do whatever is needed in the YouTube community. Yeah, bye.